Let's take it now to our panelists this evening. Joining me, Jasmine Shah, National Spokesperson, Aam Aadmi Party; Tom Vadakkan, National Spokesperson, BJP; Shivam Bhagat, National Spokesperson, Congress. Jasmine Shah, at one end, you're facing allegations of using where money power is concerned, where political power is concerned, and you seem to have transported that from the state of Punjab, number one. Number two, it does seem that the Aam Aadmi Party now feeling the pinch where the middle class comes into question. 2020, a sizable chunk of the middle class had voted for the Aam Aadmi Party, which is 55%. It's a vote that traditionally votes for the BJP, and the Aam Aadmi Party worried this time that this vote could shift.
Preeti, first, let me tell you that because today we are the only party espousing the cause of the middle classes, how can that be alleged against us that probably we have something to worry about the middle classes? I am glad today that we have a leader in the country today who openly and vocally says that middle classes have only been looted in the last 10 years of the Modi government. Year after year, new taxes are being imposed. Now, even popcorn has come under the tax net. Milk, atta, charge, paneer, everything is being taxed. What are they getting in return? Absolutely nothing. Even under the Ayushman Yojana that Modi government touts as the biggest health scheme, only those who do not have two-wheelers or a pakka makan can avail of it. So what happens to the healthcare of the middle classes? Nobody has an answer. What happens to the education of the middle classes? The middle classes have checked out of government schools because nobody seems to be spending on them. But the AAP government is doing that. And today we have released the manifesto not for Delhi, Preeti. In Delhi, we are doing many of these things that we've already said. But the union budget is going to come in a couple of weeks. And it is time that the union government, the Modi government, responds. I mean, the middle classes are the superpower. I mean, how have we become the fifth largest economy in the country? It's not because some politicians have worked day and night. Obviously, they have tried to loot as much of money from the hardworking middle classes. So it's time that they also get something in return. And especially the senior citizens on matters like education, on matters like healthcare, shouldn't there be a discussion? So I'm glad today we have spoken about it. We've articulated very clear demands. I do not think any right thinking person or individual can disagree with Mr. Kejriwal. You know, one of the things that he said is reinstore the 50% concession that senior citizens used to get in Indian Rail.
Okay.
I mean, ever since India has had railways, even when we were not the fifth largest economy, we were giving these kind of concessions to senior citizens. But today we are growing economically. But the Modi government seems to be taking away all the money from middle classes, but it gives 15 lakh crores of loan waivers to the big businesses, to the Adanis and the Ambanis and all the big houses.
But all right.
It
Okay,
gives
but
1
Jasmine
lakh
Shah, I
crore
want to bring
corporate
in
tax waivers.
I want to bring in Tom Vadakkan into this
corporates.
conversation, because at least where the BJP comes into question, what their Sankalp Patra, not one but two Sankalp Patra, are poised towards, which is an out-and-out, Tom Vadakkan, appeasement of the middle class, if you look at it. Of course, you have given that 2,500 rupees promise of a direct cash transfer, where you're looking, at mostly the bottom of the pyramid, the last man or woman, in fact, standing. But Tom Vadakkan, the BJP this election understands the importance of the middle class vote. It's a vote that is stuck with you, especially when it comes down to Lok Sabha elections. And this time around, at least where 2020 was concerned, 55% of it had moved towards the Aam Aadmi Party. You want it right back.
Well, Preeti, middle class has been a priority with the Bharatiya Janata Party. Let there be no confusion about it. Now, I heard Mr. Jasmine talking about the union budget, how he plans to, expand the budget, his vision. For God's sake, this is local Delhi elections. When you have accepted defeat in Delhi, you're extending your target towards the union budget and the plans that you intend to do pan-India. Talk to us about Delhi. I'm a Delhiite. Preeti, you have been to the constituency Kalkaji. What dirt and filth. You've gone to the South Delhi constituency. You cover that area. Shocking. And these people for 10 years have neglected the state and the kind of pollution that we are facing. Every time earlier they used to blame one state or the other. Punjab, they've done nothing. They promised heavy things to women in Punjab, not a penny paid to them. And what about the situation of a lone woman who went to the sheesh mahal and got beaten up. The Rajya Sabha member. And that is what they talk about, protection of women. I mean, this is the kind of track record this party has led Delhiites into. We talk about the middle class. What has the middle class got? We pay the highest taxes and we get filth, we get pollution. We cannot move out of our houses without a face mask. And then when COVID came, what did you have? You had the great sheesh mahal being built, planning and conspiracy on the liquor. What have we done, Preeti, to Delhi that we suffer this way? You are a citizen of Delhi. You've gone on the bike everywhere. You've shown the nice things, okay. But just remove that cover, go beyond. See the hillock of garbage. I thought it was a hilly range. But what have you? And this party comes here and talks about the national budget, the senior citizen, GST. Oh, you mind Delhi, for God's sake. You take care of Punjab law and order. Focus on things that you have given a responsibility.
I'll come back to you. Let me include the Congress spokesperson in all of this. Mr. Tom Madhakan, you've constantly said that I've travelled around Delhi. No, I've not just shown the good things. The show only started today. There's everything coming. And even in today's show, there was a fair amount of criticism for the incumbent. But Shivam Bhagat, I want to bring you into this conversation. With what the Congress now brings to the table, one thing is established, that this fight, we can talk about all other issues, that's just paraphernalia. It's come down to freebies. You can give it any name in terms of welfare schemes or reverie, but it is about freebies, one after the other. The BJP had to come out and give 2 Sankalp Patras, not even one, both of them only talking about handing out freebies. Is your basket good enough, Shivam Bhagat?
Good evening, Preeti ji. Preeti ji, today we're talking about the middle class and the middle class voter that has gone away from the Aam Aadmi Party, quite as admittedly by them. Why? What have they done for the middle class themselves? In the last 10 years, they've been in government. What are the measures they've brought about by the middle class? The middle class is disillusioned because they know and they're saying that we pay the highest number of taxes and in return we don't get anything. All what's happening is freebies. Why are freebies happening? And the result of the freebies, as per the economic survey of Delhi, is that the Delhi government went into a revenue deficit of 3,039 crores in 21-22. This is a revenue surplus state which is unheard of in the last 30 years, which would go into a revenue deficit. They said we are going to create schools as per the economic survey.
But Shivam Bhagat, if Delhi is in revenue deficit and really needs to make up, then why is your party promising not 2,100 but 2,500 as freebies, not 200 but 300 units of electricity free?
See, there's a party that has come into power 10 years back and they are penetrating into the vulnerabilities of the poor. What they're doing is they're promising the moon to the poor, that we'll give everything free. If you look at their manifesto and if you compare it to our promises, at least we have a track record of development to show. We don't promise everything. What's next? I mean, what are they going to promise now? Which is samosas? Are they going to promise for free? What's left? Where is the capital expenditure in Delhi? What have they incurred? They say we've created hospitals. The other day he said we created Ambedkar Hospital. The Ambedkar Hospital was sanctioned in 2013. I have the figures here. At a budget of 135 crores by the central government, which was the Congress government in power that time. And 35 crores was given upfront by the Congress government for that. He said Indira Gandhi Hospital. They've been saying Indira Gandhi Hospital. The land for the Indira Gandhi Hospital was acquired from the DDA in 1997 and the construction started in 2013. Where are the new hospitals? And on the Indira Gandhi Hospital, they've gone over above the tendered amount by 382 crores. Where is that money going?
Okay.
And during COVID, I'll make a last point. And during COVID, when our citizens were dying, there was no oxygen. These hospitals were not operational. They only became operational after the rap from the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court has given them another rap. About 8 days back, the Supreme Court has come down heavily on the Delhi MCD, saying that over 3,000 tons of solid waste has gone untreated in Delhi. And
All
I've
right.
been seeing your India Today digital, and one of your reporters, Nishant, as I believe his name is, he's been going on the ground to every constituency, and every constituency people are complaining about dirty water, about the lack of clean
Preeti,
water, which
let
are
me respond.
Okay.
basics.
There are a lot
These are
of
the
All right.
basics.
There is
Okay.
a lot of
There,
baseless
there are a fair
allegations.
amount of questions that both of you have posed. Over to Jasmine Shah. Please respond.
Preeti, first, let me underscore that BJP has been exposed on your show today. I asked Mr. Vadakan to tell the viewers what have you done for the middle class of forget Delhi, for India to bata dijiye what have you done, and whether you agree with the demands raised by Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. Why can we not have a sensible conversation? Just because he is the chief minister of Delhi, was the chief minister, he cannot ask questions to you. Is this the kind of arrogance that you want to show to the viewers of India today? That we will not give 50% concession. Kar lo jo karna hai. We will not give free healthcare to all senior citizens. Kar lo jo karna hai. We will not improve our education system. So that shows that you do not care. All you have is abuses and abuses for Arvind Kejriwal and lies, because everything that you have said is a lie. Preeti, the question was asked, what have we done for the middle classes? And allow me for a minute to summarize the work that has been done in Delhi, not just for poor, but for the middle classes. First and foremost, Aam Aadmi Party has really reduced the cost of many of the essential things that the middle class uses. Number one is electricity. Do you know, Preeti, in Delhi, if you consume 400 units of electricity, the bill you pay is 950 rupees. In Bombay, which comes under BJP government now, you pay 4,500 rupees. In Bangalore, which comes under the Congress government, you pay 3,000 rupees. We pay the cheapest electricity in Delhi today. We get 24 hours electricity. Mohalla clinics see a footfall of 2 crore patients every day. Most of the new Mohalla clinics are being set up in middle class colonies of, CR Park, Greater Kailash. So people are using healthcare services. We've had close to 4 lakh students leave expensive private schools and join Delhi government schools. We have refunded money, that private schools used to charge back to the parents. All this work has happened. On infrastructure, Preeti, we have constructed 38 flyovers in 10 years. Before us, only 62 flyovers were built in 60 years. We have added 2,000 electric buses. We have doubled the length of Delhi Metro. It used to be 200 kilometers, which took 18 years to build. We've added another 200 kilometers in the last 10 years. So on all fronts, be it infrastructure, be it on
Okay.
curbing
Jasmine
inflation,
Shah, the
Aam
charges, and
Aadmi Party government
I
has
want to bring
delivered.
in Mr. Vadakan and the Congress spokesperson, Mr. Bhagat, as well. But the charge is that you've catered and you've created vote banks, which primarily come in from the jhugis and the slum clusters of Delhi, and you have completely ignored those who live in residential colonies. Their roads are right now full of potholes. Their lanes are strewn with garbage. And that's the middle class, which could now bite back into your vote bank.
Which is absolutely true, Preeti. The narrative, this is a very convenient narrative for the BJP, and it is very rich of BJP to talk about the garbage mountains. Let's not forget, 15 years the BJP misruled in the MCD in Delhi. They reached the height of Qutub Minar, the garbage mountains of Delhi, under this BJP government. In the last 2 years, we have only spent 2 years in MCD. The height of the garbage mountains have come down by more than half. I'm very sure by the time we end our first term in MCD, we will get rid of these garbage mountains. Even the condition of roads, it's an ongoing process. We are relaying it, but new infrastructure is being added. We are spending on things which none of these governments used to.
All right,
That's
Tom
the reality.
Vadakan,
Why don't you say 24/7 electricity? Why is it not available anywhere else in the country? Why does the middle class have to pay
Tom
4,500 rupees in Bombay?
All right, Tom Vadakan, the charge is you've done nothing, zilch, when it comes down to the middle class, and now today you're attacking the Aam Aadmi Party on the basis of basic demands that they have put forth today on the upcoming budget on the 1st of February.
I'll take them one by one. I'll take them one by one. Mr. Jasmine,
go ahead,
relax. Sir. They talk about, Preeti, do you remember the shots you can pick up from the archives? How your reporters were in the flooded Delhi because desilting was not done by these great men, desilt. We had floods all over the place. We had ITO was flooded, you name it. And we forget it very fast. If you pick it up from your archives, you would see your reporters were there 24/7 covering those floods. And I felt bad for them. They were there 24/7. What kind of situations have we seen through? Now they talk about health sector. Let me get down to it. Doctors are not paid their salaries. And during COVID, because of the interventions of the Supreme Court, they got some ad hoc doctors. Preeti, do you know something? Every second week, they have advertisements of open interview. people can walk in and doctors can be taken in. But there's no doctor who wants to work for the Delhi government because they know that they're not going to get their salaries. That is the health sector. If you don't have doctors, what about the kind of patients? He talked about CR Park, his Mohalla clinic. Great. Who goes there? I only see some stray dogs hanging around, and I don't think they need a doctor. Third, educational sector. 12 Delhi colleges, salary is not paid. You talk about education, the education minister sends his son abroad, takes a loan, and they talk about a first-class educational system. Whom are they trying to fool? All this great television talk. Yes, we have done this flyover, that flyover. For 10 months, 1 year, one flyover on the ring road was non-functional. You had to take kilometers across the city to reach a certain point. These are the people that talk about the middle class. And they talk about the national budget. My God, it'll take me, Preeti, another program to tell you all what we have done for the middle class. The people of India have woken up. It's time to send the AAP packing. And Mr. Jasmine, I think you should now think of looking at other parties and their manifestos, because that, I think, would give you a better vision of what Delhi needs to be.
But the point is, I have to say it. And the point, Mr. Bhagat, I'm going to get you when you wanted to come in for a quick rebuttal. We're also running out of time. But all three of your manifestos, you take away the party name, sound exactly the same. It's just give and take 100 units, give and take a few hundred rupees here and there. Mr. Bhagat.
Yeah, I was saying, he said that they've revolutionized the schools. The number of schools in Delhi was 5,668 pre-2013. In fact, it is a fact that 138 schools were closed down. 138 schools were closed down, and 32 schools that have come up were again sanctioned pre-2013. There's not a single new school that they have added. And as for the
just call out the lie.
Allow him to speak,
Bhagat is saying on your
Can I finish?
Go ahead, make your point. Make your point, Mr. Bhagat.
And the same scenario is for the hospitals, for the flyovers, for everything. And again, I come down, it might sound boring again that I come down to the capital expenditure, but because there is no answer, if they had created something new, there would be capital expenditure. And coming back to the manifestos, yes, I personally believe that the Aam Aadmi Party has started this very unfortunate economic model in Delhi, and
Which you agree you're following?
They are going around to other states. What they're doing is that if party A here comes to a state and promises everything free, and they're trying to penetrate into the vulnerabilities of the poor, and the poor is saying that okay, we are going to get everything free. What is the other party expected to do? So what we're doing is that we are, as per the economics of the state, we've thought about the economics of the state, and we're saying okay, these things we are going to give as welfareism, but the rest of the budget is going to go into the capital expenditure, into creating something new. But what they're doing is
a fair amount of freebies that you're also giving. I've run out of time, and I know Jasmine Shah, you wanted to come in.
Very quick.
But there's no time, so I'll have to go all the way around because, then all three of you would have to come in. I appreciate all three of you for joining us. Thank you. It's a debate that we're going to carry forward at 9 p.m. This evening too. Unfortunately, viewers, it's a debate that's going to continue at least for the next 2 weeks to come. It's dead heat. Delhi is in the thick of an election, and votes on the 5th of February, results on the 8th of February.